I'm not going to stay in my house and just live an existence like the Hobbit in the dark, even though I like the dark, go bye-bye and evaporate into the ether.
I just was listening to, I forget if it was a podcast or I was on a webinar or something, but they kept talking about how, it was Clubhouse actually, we're on Clubhouse, and they were talking about how everybody's going to all these different trainings and everybody's getting on all these different webinars, and they're finding out that everybody's basically doing the same thing. So as a student looking to find something, they're always looking for a secret sauce that they realize they have the stuff, they just need to implement it. You're one of the first guys I've come across recently that actually seems like you are doing stuff that's different. So that's part of why I wanted to get you on. I found it really interesting that you're not doing those things, and those things do work. But yeah. I see what you're saying as far as like when you're looking at stuff, what's the most efficient way? How do you separate yourself? Because every 3 to 6 months, I'm hearing, this is going to be the end of text messaging. The phone companies are coming around. This is going to be the end of cold calling. They're spamming all the lines now. So there is a lot of things that go on with that. And I do, like, just before you and I got on, I was answering some calls and the guy's like, you call me again, I'm going to come to your house with a baseball bat. And I'm like, these are fun calls to take. Like, why did I pick this up anyway? So, avoiding some of those things and finding an easier way to do it, I think is great. And one thing that I think is extremely important about what you do is you focus on speed kills. So you have to be first to that appointment when there's all these other people doing all these things and trying to compete with you. So I'm interested in your take of how you do that now when you talk about appointments. Since we have COVID, are you changing the strategy a little bit that your appointments are more virtual conversations, or are you still doing a lot of face-to-face?
Yeah, so here's what we found. And again, for those of you who get to know me, and any given day you wake up and grab a coffee, we're already doing this in 100 plus cities, and I get to test little variations of the same technique, but little variations, and then I get all the data. And so I always tell everybody, I'm no smarter than anybody else, but when you give me big budgets to play with, I pay attention, right? So here's what I could tell you that we found when COVID first hit, that final, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And finally everybody's like, we're shutting everything down. We're doing, I would say for about a good 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Yeah, we were doing appointments virtually. We say, hey, look, we can stand outside. If we'll wipe down our phone, take the phone in, take some video. We'll talk to you from 20 feet away. We're just interested in being a solution. So we did that, or we had them take their phone and then send it over to us. Some of them we did Zoom. That's just solving that mental thing that they have going on there because of the COVID stuff, which that's what happened. But here's what I found is that after about 6-7 weeks, everybody got antsy. Everybody was in their home so much that they were dying to talk to a human being. And so, because, you fast forward 2 months and everybody's like, hey, wear a mask 6 feet apart. So, hey, look, we'll wear a mask, stay 6 feet apart, just direct traffic for us. We'll see. So it changed a little bit. Some people are still a little bit skittish, but there was a lull for 6-7 weeks where you had to do it virtually. But after that, people are like, I don't know where you fall. I know where I fall, but I'm kind of fed up with it. Of course, I'm going to wear a mask, and of course, I'm going to try and protect myself. But I am not going to. I'm not going to stay in my house and just live an existence like the Hobbit in the dark, even though I like the dark. I'm not going to sit there like a hobbit and just go bye-bye and evaporate into the ether.
No, I'm with you, man. I've had it for sure. I keep thinking, one more week, but I don't know. Yeah, but I'm a big on virtual doing stuff anyway. I've been doing virtual for a long time, so that part doesn't bother me, but it's interesting to watch how when it switched to having to do things more virtually, people just kind of threw their hands up. Oh, you can't do it. It's too hard. It's bad. And, it's like you keep saying, you adjust. You've been in real estate for a very long time. I'm sure you've had tons of different obstacles. This is just another one. And like you said, when you're solution based, it really doesn't matter what it is. It's all just another rebuttal. It's all just another way to get around. And that's how you stay in the game for a long time. But
and I'll tell you this, Nick. I mean, I'll expand on what you real quick. Expand on what you said earlier. Hey, text messaging may go bye-bye. It might, folks. Cold hard reality. And if that's your flagship technique, or direct mail, direct mail from time to time gets tougher, then it loosens up, tougher again. But direct mail works. That's why the biggest players in any city. I always say, show me the biggest player in that city. I'll show you somebody who's sending a ton of direct mail. Like 10, 15 grand, 20 grand a month, because it works, right? So if some of those things change or go bye-bye, then everyone that's been investing or hustling, trying to get stuff done, following the same old same old rhetoric and guru, like that's going to be a real hard pivot for people. Like, quite honestly, if that happens, like we're going to close so many more deals. 30 different ways we get to off-market properties, unique ways we get homeowners to raise their hand. Like, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to talk. Like, all that is just going to be more. Like, it's just going to be more closings on. I wouldn't be mad if text messaging went away. I know a lot of people that hear this like, oh my gosh, I'd freak out. I wouldn't. Because we just do things differently, and it's all born from just testing it over and over in multiple markets at the same time to see different techniques that work.